You can't have a healthy, long-lasting, genuine relationship with the Bible if you don't develop dedication. If you don't stay when things are hard, keep trying to understand when you just don't, and adjust when things aren't working for you. Let's talk about committing to the Bible and pickling, because I can think of no better example of commitment in cooking than the process of pickling. It's an ugly process that makes some of the most explosive flavor profiles we can consume. It takes raw ingredients and subjects them to immersion in harsh environments for long periods of time. It's uncomfortable, it's tense, and it requires a pretty good deal of patience. But if you can trust the process and develop the endurance to participate in the pickling, those raw ingredients transform into bold, new foods that improve even some of the simplest dishes. Just like in human relationships or cooking, when we read the Bible, there are moments of adversity, moments where you don't understand or you don't feel love or loved, moments where you're required to put in more effort than you'd like. Sometimes the content of the Bible is hurtful or triggering, confusing, annoying. Insert any negative adjective you want. But how you respond to those triggers says more about your relationship to the Bible than the Bible itself. You can't have a healthy, long-lasting, genuine relationship with the Bible if you don't develop dedication. If you don't stay when things are hard, keep trying to understand when you just don't, and adjust when things aren't working for you. You know, I've been blessed with the same core group of friends for most of my life. With the exception of a couple of friends from college, all of my closest friends have known me since elementary school. And there's something foundational in our relationship. We know that we are going to be there for one another no matter what. It's a pillar of our relationship, our commitment to one another, because some of the healthiest relationships in the world are the ones that endure. And even young relationships are strengthened when they go through their first challenges. When learning how to read the Bible, we have to learn commitment. Commitment is marked by a couple of things, namely endurance, forgiveness, accountability, compromise. It's a part of the relationship where there are more questions than answers, when there's more bad than there is good. And it's choosing to stay through the mundane or the struggle, just like the part of pickling when you prepared the veggies, sealed the jars, and are just watching and waiting and hoping that it's all going to pay off. So why is this important for Bible reading? Because the Bible is a lot like us. It's a lot like people. Many of the stories, people, and concepts expressed in the Bible are confusing, distressing, or harmful. And I think this is intentional on God's part, because people are often confusing, distressing, and harmful. And it's through wrestling and endurance and accountability that we can grow alongside one another to overcome pain. The growth often looks like forgiveness, apologizing, understanding, compromising, but ultimately we are left with stronger, healthier relationships. Because relationships with commitment are relationships that have done the work. In Bible reading, it is paramount that people are held accountable for doing the hard work of overcoming and enduring. I will note, however, that commitment does not equate to agreement. There is always space to disagree and struggle with the biblical text. It's part of the process, because the goal actually of Bible reading isn't right answers or always having everything in common with the text. The goal is a right relationship. So, if you want to learn how to read the Bible, you should prepare yourself up front for the commitment. Resolve at every step to sit through the tough moments and live in the tension. It is no lackadaisical process for anyone, not if you're hoping to develop real literacy. But if you can learn to sit through the texts that make you uncomfortable, the ones that you don't understand, and even those texts that bore you, if you can learn to trust the process, you're going to come out of the other side with a fresh understanding that makes your reading and your faith expression all the more bold and colorful, just like pickled veggies. Hi, this is Genesis here, editing and realizing I forgot to record me telling you I created 4 days of Bible study on this exact topic and put it on Substack for you, totally free. So, if you'd like to add this reading method to your Bible study, but don't know where to start, head on over to Olive Fig and Vine's Substack for 4 days of guided instruction from yours truly. It's totally free, so you should totally do it. Okay, bye.